So I'm at a beach in, this is the city beach, Oak Harbor, Washington. And they have what's called the high tide that brings in, they call it the king tide, brings in these high logs. Anyway, so I thought I'd share a little bit about what I've learned about the Philippine culture today. Over the last 13 years, going back and forth to the Philippines, Cebu, Manila, Bohol, Davao, Tagum City. And one of the things in the culture you will find that's very, very real, if you've never been there before and you're about to go there and you're looking at dating a woman there, you have to realize something is very real in that culture, and it's called jealousy. And it's the men and women, and it is unique compared to the West. I looked up on Google. If you type in the most jealous countries on Google, you will find they list the 20 most jealous countries. The three most are Turkey, number 1, Spain, number 2, and Puerto Rico, number 3. I didn't see the Philippines listed in there. I may have missed it. But most definitely it's among the top 100 or 50 even, I guarantee. And it's just something that's very real, and so it's accepted in their culture. It's understood. In fact, if you're not jealous of your spouse or jealous of the one you're with in the Philippines, that's considered an insult. It's considered not good. It's a good thing because it shows that you care about someone. And that's how they see it. So they're not used to the customs and cultures of the West, for the most part. If you have a friend, she's a female, they don't even relate to that. Having some guy friend separately than your husband, they just don't relate to that. Whereas it's very common in America to have several, for a woman to have several guy friends, a guy to have several female friends. Very common here, not there. And it's completely foreign to many of them. So, not all, but most, especially if you get into the more remote areas. And so, it's something to really think about. What I do in my relationship with Bing is I keep Bing involved with whomever a friend is. So we have friends that I've known before I ever met Bing. I knew friends named Candy, for example. So I made sure that Candy and Bing got to know each other and that we all did things together. And Bing has always been very comfortable with Candy, even before she was married. Then when she got married, she was fine too. A friend of mine, Lori, a good friend of mine, worked at here in Oak Harbor with me. Bing knows her and she's comfortable with her, but I always kept it on a group level. Once it's no longer on a group level, they can become very insecure and jealous, and they consider that an expression of love. So it's a challenge for a Westerner to relate to this and deal with it. But you have to recognize it, and you have to realize it's very real, and it is definitely a part of life. And you know, you have to realize some of their culture goes way back to the Spanish. Spanish ruled the Philippines for over 300 years. There's a lot of Spanish blood there, a lot of Spanish culture, a lot of Spanish customs, Spanish words, language. Guapo, these words come from Spain. And so the cultures of Spain, which is, Spain was listed as the second most jealous country in the world. So, you know, they see these things in similar fashions. So, you just want to keep that in mind when you're dealing with the Filipina. And you also have, you know, a lot of Muslims in the Philippines. And in that culture, you know, very much, I mean, depending on the severity of, or the strength, or the fundamentals of their belief systems, you know, many of the women won't even look at a man. You have to realize that's prevalent in much of the Philippines, especially down in the southern Mindanao and down in the south in Mindanao region. So, very Catholic country as well. So a lot of formal traditions. Divorce is illegal in the Philippines. Annulment is legal, but it's very expensive. So it's going back to the old ways in many ways. Anyway, just wanted to mention these things. Thanks for watching. I don't know why these seagulls pick up something and then they drop it. Have no idea. They seem to do it a lot. Maybe it's their sport. Maybe they're having some sport. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.